All right, amen. LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, folks, I'm going to make this video quick. This is a video response to John Boxing. First of all, let me give a shout out to Guitar Babe 21. Still never answered my question. Never answered it. I asked you, hey, do you play the guitar or do you just like them? But anyway, subject for another video. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to John Boxing about a video that he made to me. And, it's a pretty good video. I listened to it. And I got an understanding of what he was asking me. Like, why do these guys, when they get famous, why do they always put their mom in front of the microphone? Why do they always do that? Well, that's just one of those issues that is a symptom. That's a symptom of a man who lived in a single-parent household with the mom. And I'm just being honest, in the majority of the situations, either they were in a single-parent household with the mom, or they were in a household with the man who was very weak and the mom did all the talking. And, it's better not to have a man in the house than to have a man in the house and the wife do all the talking. That's not good, because that man can't even teach that son how to be a man. I'm just telling you. I learned from the ground up that you respect your mama thoroughly, but my daddy talking, my mom ain't talking. That's just how it is. My dad conducted the business. He did everything, and that's how I was raised. Okay, you conduct business. You don't let your wife or your woman, you don't let her conduct business. You conduct business. You do the talking. Okay. That's just how it is. And it ain't like some slave mentality. Oh, well, coach telling me I can't say nothing when he talking. No. But men are designed to be the head. That's just how it is. Men are designed to be the head. But see, in this case, when you got these guys that's putting their moms up on a microphone, there's usually one or two things. Again, there's an absence of a father in the house, or there's a father in the house, but he's a weak father. And really, the wife does all the talking and thinking and everything. And I'm sorry, that's never good, because if you got your wife doing all the thinking and talking, that household gonna go to financial doom, and and I understand. That's just what's gonna happen. It's not built that way. Men are built to do a certain job. And these boys, they've been simped out for a long time. And these moms, they don't mean to. The mothers don't mean to do it. They don't know what they're doing, because you're asking a woman to try to show a man how to be a man. It's not possible. A woman cannot show a man how to be a man. You can have a tough mom who does, and you can have a very, very tough mom, and they can try to say, well, yep, I'm going to be rough on them, but that ain't going to matter. A woman cannot teach a man how to be a man, point blank. They can't. Some women try. Some women try to do everything by themselves, but they can't. Smart women, they go out and get their sons a mentor. They go out and put their sons in programs with a strong alpha male who's not taking garbage. Strong-minded women, they do this because they understand that they don't have the skill set to raise a man. They don't have that skill set. That's just how it is. And so when you deal with these boys, they probably had these club coaches. They probably had all these people around them that was helping them early on. But these guys really wasn't trying to be a father figure. They were just trying to get somebody athlete, get their name out there. I know how these club coaches work, man. These guys ain't really trying to step up into the role to be a father figure. I know, I've seen it. And kids, the moms put a guilt trip on the kids at times, and, well, everything I done did for you, and your daddy wasn't around, and your daddy ain't done this, and your daddy ain't done that. I carried you for 9 months, and this is what I did. And, if I'm going to carry you for 9 months, then, you always recognize me. A mother will put the guilt trip on these kids. That's what they do, okay? This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing right. This is what moms do. This is what they do to these sons. They make these sons feel guilty if they don't mention them. And even though, the dad, he could have a dad that was out there. But see, if it's me, and if these kids got both parents, if I'm a father, there's no way that I'm letting a microphone get in my wife's face and I'm not there. There's no way that there's gonna be a microphone in my wife's face and I ain't right there. I'll let her say her piece, but most of the talking go to the man when they talk about these kind of things. I'll be right there. I'll say my piece and she'll say her piece. But it won't be just, my wife being recognized for work that I did. I can't do it. And I'll give you a story. I mean, even my own daughter, we had a graduation party for her years ago when she graduated from high school. And, it was a good little affair, but then, she did her little speech or whatever. And, I sat back and I listened, and she thanked her mom. And I was like, whoa, hold on. She thanked her mom for everything, And I understand even if she would have thanked her mom and mentioned me, that's fine. But, I don't do it for my kid to get the recognition. But now if you're going to mention your mom and say I did anything, well, that was a problem. And I pulled my daughter to the side when it was over. I said, now look here. Your mom wasn't out there with you till 11 and 12 at night, trying to get you to get this stuff right so we can get this scholarship. Your mom wasn't buying the food. Your mom wasn't putting out the gas money. Your mom wasn't, taking you back and forth to school. No, that's not what your mom was doing. Your mom wasn't doing that. I said, that was me. That was me. That was me doing all of the above. I did all of that. So, what is it? And it could be a level of resentment. My daughter hated the fact that I made her work hard, but that's the only way you get in life. Well, it wasn't intentional. Yeah, it was because you didn't leave me, because you left me off. And I got offended by that because I put up some of the money. I put up most of the money to reserve the place so we can have the banquet. I put up most of the money so we can get the food. I put up a majority of the money to do all this stuff, and then you thank your mom. So it was a complete lack of disrespect, and it was a complete lack of respect. And I know some days she resented me because I was hard. I checked everything, coming around the corner, doing all kind of stuff. Now, later, now that she's out of college, she thanked me. I mean, she thanked me for a lot of stuff now. Okay? Absolutely point blank. Thanks me through and through for a lot of stuff right now. She thanks me. Because she understands now that had I not done a whole lot of stuff and I just went ahead and just, been there in my kid life, well, who knows what would have happened. But I know how that feels. Now, see, me, I'm the alpha type. I told, look here, nah. And I told her, well, Coach, why you throwing that back up in her face? That's your daughter. You supposed to look. I do, but I'm real. I don't sugarcoat. I don't tell my daughter stuff that, that she need, that she just want to hear. I tell her what she need to hear. And I bring it to her raw and uncut. I tell her raw and uncut. And she gonna get it raw. When she asks me a question, she knows she getting it raw. And if she don't ask me a question, she don't want it raw. Oh, she know. There are modalities. See, these moms, what they do, okay, they don't teach these sons, how to be men. They can't do it. See, I learned early on in life, look, if you're going to date somebody, if you're going to hang with somebody, if her credit score bad, if she bad with finances, she going to spend all your money and you ain't going to have none. First thing I ever learned about females. That's the first thing that I've ever learned in life about a female. If her credit bad, her finances bad, then you ain't going to have no money at the end of the day. And I like my money too much. I choose my money first. That's just how it is, okay? And with these boys, it's the same thing. Their parents are not teaching them. Like, why do you think so many of these athletes that have their moms up there, they can't function very well in society? They don't do a good job. They don't know how to conflict, how to have a good conflict resolution. They don't understand that. Because you know what they do? What they do is that they come and they argue with you, they cuss you out, and that's because they don't understand how to conflict resolve. They don't know. Because most of the time, that's an indication of being raised by a single mother. Folks, that's just how that is. That's just the way that is. The majority of these kids, or these boys, they grew up, they're raised by single moms. And so that's why so many of them, they can't have a meaningful relationship because they don't know how. You mentioned Floyd Mayweather. His dad did drive him, but did his dad teach him how to actually be a man? See, there's something. Because you look at who Floyd had to pattern himself after. Yep, his daddy gave him a secret of how to be a millionaire, but did his daddy teach him how to be a man? To stay out of jail. You gotta understand that. Right from wrong. I'm not saying Floyd is a bad person, but did his dad really provide the best role model possible? And then you look at who Floyd had a role model as, and those Mayweather men, they not really great role models. They not. I mean, because why do you think Floyd has so many dysfunctional relationships? I mean, why? Why do you think like he has so much beef, man? Why do you think? Why do you think Floyd just do the things he do with people's wives, man? And I'm talking about literally going disrespect husband. Why do you think? Because the person that he had to look up to did some of the exact same things. So it's quite natural Floyd Mayweather don't know how to be a man. He don't know how to be a man in that aspect. And that's why his relationships with women, they're very sketchy. They're very sketchy, and he got so many of them around because he's very insecure. On top of all things, believe it or not, he's insecure. But he was never taught how to be a man. And that's why he do some of those things. That's why you see Terrence Crawford, good guy. But there's no conflict resolved there. And there had to be, at some point in his life, an absence of a father. And if a father was there, he wasn't a very vocal father, or he wasn't very active. Folks, that's how it is. I've seen this thing so many times. I see so many of these women that, they bring their little sons to me, and, we try to have a practice. And then the mom always want to say, that's my baby. And then you know what I do? I tell that mom, I had one mom, she came and, I was being hard. And she said, well, he just not used to somebody being in his face. I said, yeah, he used to you. I said, just fall back. I told her, fall back. I got this. And she looked at me and she said, well, what you mean fall back? I said, fall back. I said, just stay in your car. Let me do what I got to do right here with your son. And then you come take him home. I said, there's no need for you to interject what I'm doing. I said, I'm going to stay on his helmet. I'm going to stay on every chance I get. I'm going to be on his helmet. He ain't going to have no room to look because I'm going to be right there on his helmet. And it took her a little while to understand that. But she finally got the hint. A woman can't raise a man. I don't care how much she tried to. A woman cannot raise a man. That's just how it is. That's just the way that is. They can try, but then when they try, women are usually unsuccessful in being a man. They just don't get it. They don't know. I don't even care if they're lesbian. They don't know how to be a man. They still ain't got it figured out. They don't even have the hormonal balance to be a man. That's how it is. They can have a sex change to a man. They still ain't gonna be a man because they don't know. They haven't no clue. They want to be men, but they can't be men. That's how it is. So when you got somebody who fronting, trying to be a man, teaching somebody to be a man, you got to understand how the situation goes. Not too well. The situation goes not too well. And that, my friend, well, that's just the way that is. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harris, and I'm done. What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe.